Hi, people. Good afternoon. You guys saw me in the last one. I'll give my introduction after more people have arrived, but could you guys quick? I don't need a biography, an autobiography, but just quick your names and your countries, your institution. Can you tell me where you're at? I'm curious. Deborah, can you tell me this Cultura, where are you?
Hello, yes, my name is Deborah. I'm in Brazil and I work for Cultura Inglesa,
Where in Brazil?
Belo Horizonte,
BH. And
BH.
what are you teaching? Guys, if you could tell me everything that you're teaching.
I'm teaching US government.
Okay, plus public speaking.
At first, just US government.
Gianni? Good. Hello again.
Very interesting, Deborah. And I'll tell you why. The semester is comprised of 60 hours of US government and 60 hours of public speaking. So if you're doing the US government training, you should, talk to Zhu later or to Karin just to make sure, but check to see if you shouldn't be doing the public speaking training as well. Okay.
Okay, no problem.
Yes, very important. Hi, Juliana. Hello again.
Hello again. I'm the same school as Deborah, Cultura Inglesa Belo Horizonte. And I'm applying for US history and government.
Okay, applying, does that mean that?
I'm going to start teaching it, yes, as the other.
So you're going to have 2 US government teachers in this? Are you in the same institution or different institution?
Yes.
Okay.
We're in the same.
Yeah, well, that'll be good. You guys can, teamwork. Right?
Yes.
That's nice. Good. And Julie here, how do I pronounce your last name? Grutner.
Grishner.
German?
Yeah.
Nice.
So my name is Julie. I'm teaching at UNASP Hortolândia in São Paulo. Not actually São Paulo, the capital, close to São Paulo. Hortolândia is a small city. I'm teaching public speaking, US government, and US literature.
Okay, good. And also, is everybody here like new to the program? And let me know if you have taught a different subject before and have to do this training now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm new here.
New? Okay, cool. Joel Ramos, how about you?
Hey, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm Joel. I'm from Campo Grande. I work for the Adventist schools. I have already worked on US history and American literature. And for the next year, I'm going to focus on US government, public speaking, and literature from the UK.
Right. So your experience is valued. Please contribute any and all suggestions or things that have worked out for you in the past, because humanities courses are so similar and overlapping, right?
Yeah.
So that would be awesome. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Hi, Patricia, do you want to say hello?
Hello there, everyone. I'm Patricia from Casa Thomas Jefferson, Brasilia. I'm a counselor. I'm a language teacher, English teacher, and I'm also the school counselor for Casa Thomas Jefferson. I am a psychologist, and I will be teaching health for the first time. Yes, and Elizabeth will be my manager. Could I say that? My coordinator.
Let's say friend.
Yes, as well, for sure.
No, I'm the coordinator, guys. And
coordinator. Yes, I'm very excited to be here. I know it's an important mission. It's a great responsibility, though we have experience. So I'm here to learn with all of you. Thank you.
Yeah, guys, you are in the correct session. I just invited Patricia along here because she had some of the same questions as you did in the last session about the portfolio. So I was like, Patricia, why don't you come on in and stay? Patricia, you only have to stay for that part, and then you can,
Okay.
carry on with your, you can leave.
Yes, I
and
have
carry
all
on with your-
these doubts. That's
Hi
right.
guys, I'm sorry. My microphone wasn't working, so I've had to change machines. Elizabeth, I was listening in to when Deborah was talking. I just wanted to explain. I'm the coordinator for Cultura BH. The reason why my teachers are not training for public speaking as well is because we co-teach here. So we have one teacher one day of the week and then another teacher another day of the week. So one teacher is training for US government, another one for public speaking. So I just wanted to make that clear, and I couldn't open my microphone. Sorry about that.
No sweat. We were just in a momentary panic.
Oh, no, all is fine. No need to worry. We are training more teachers because we are training for the second term that we have US history as well. And our teachers, we rotating a little bit. We like to have a lot of veterans, senior
Yes.
teachers. So that's why
It's
we're
a-
training more than we need.
Perfect. It's a great strategy. So kudos. Very good. Who else do I need to meet here? Juan, alumni.
Hi, yes. So I'm a teacher for alumni, and I'll be teaching public speaking, US Gov, and US History next year. Yes, and it's my first ever Greg's program introduction. Yeah.
Okay, so you are São Paulo?
Yes, in São Paulo. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, and your coordinator is Miriam?
Miriam, yeah, exactly. Yes.
Yes, she's a pal. She's extremely professional, and she knows this program inside out. I can tell you that. So welcome. Great. Diego, hello.
Hello, I'm also newbie in this GI program. I'm gonna teach literature, social studies, and computers. I'm working from Ecuador, Quito. My coordinator is Andrea.
Nice. Cool. Thank you so much. Kevin.
Hi, Elizabeth. Hello, everyone. Sorry for the noise. There's a rehearsing for the Christmas Carol here in the school, so you'll hear a lot
I
of
love it.
music. I'm a teacher here in Ecuador, in Quito. I've been teaching at the Greeks program for over 2 years now. This is going to be my third
Nice.
year. I'm going to be teaching US government and UK literature.
Okay, so again, just like Joel, chime in whenever you feel like you got something, cool to share with us. Like information is power, right? João Gabriel, hello.
Hi, as you said, my name is João Gabriel. I work at Cultura Inglesa, Minas Gerais, and I'll probably be teaching US history, most likely the second term. And yeah, that's it.
Great. Well, speaking of US history, Dudu, do you want to introduce yourself?
Okay, so I'm Luis Eduardo, but Dudu. I'm the US history teacher here, and I will be presenting some ideas after Miss Silver finish this one, and then we're gonna share. Okay, but I also work at Casa Thomas Jefferson in Brasília, and it's a pleasure to be here again.
Thanks, Du. Good. Andrea, hello.
Hello, my name is Andrea. I'm the coordinator for the program in Ecuador. And this year I decided to do the training for the teachers. So I'm a new teacher taking this training.
Good. As a coordinator / teacher myself, it's an excellent idea. And I recommend that a coordinator do it every year so that you keep on top of any little changes and giving support to those new teachers. All right.
Yeah, that's the idea. Thank
Great.
you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Josie.
Yes, I've joined the program this year. I started the training actually started in December last year, but then I started teaching in February health and fine arts. And in the second semester, I taught British literature. And I teach at Colégio Adventista da Sul in Brazil.
Very nice. Okay, again, contributions from your experience are highly welcome. Good. Isela, did I pronounce that correctly?
Yeah, that's correctly. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Diane, and hi, everyone. I'm Isela Coronado, and I'm from Santa Cruz de la Sierra, Bolivia. It is my first time at Greek International Academy, and I had two subjects for this year: is literature and is history. And I'm so anxious to work on this project.
Okay, you will enjoy it tremendously. Good.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. I have somebody down here that's CADGE Sala Virtual 2 Adventista. I'm not sure what your name is, dear. Can you hear me? Yes, that's.
Yeah, I think it is me. Yeah, sorry, I didn't change the name.
That's okay.
Sorry.
No sweat.
Okay. So sorry, I will change the name right now. Okay, let me. So I think you were talking about the teaching experience.
Yeah, I just, where you are, what you have taught if you're new.
Elizabeth, I'm teaching now at CAD School. It is from Santo Domingo, Ecuador. I was teaching the first subject. It was fine arts, and I'm teaching actually the second subject, which is computers.
Okay.
It has been a great experience.
Yes. In your case, like fine arts and computers, there's some similarities. Now in this side of the humanities, that's lit and social studies, it is a little bit different in terms of details. Okay, so I don't assume that it's the same type of course plan and course description as computers and fine arts, and also the writings. Okay, just a little heads up there for you. Okay, welcome.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, yeah. Luis Garcia, hello.
Hello.
Where are you?
At my office. I'm from Ecuador. I'm just joking. I'm from Ecuador.
Hello, Ecuador. Lots of Ecuador in the house. Thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome. And what are you teaching?
Right now, I'm teaching computers. Last model was fine arts, and before that, health.
Okay. And now you're going to have Gov and history, or what?
I guess the next is probably going to be, yes. Oh, I don't know which specific humanities subject, but I know that's the only thing that could come.
Right. Perfect.
Nothing else that could be. I don't know. Maybe you're gonna tell me to teach robotics or genetics. I don't know.
Genetics.
I love that, by the way.
You're gonna be teaching history, Luis.
Great. But jokes on me because I do like genetics. As a matter of fact, I'm also a chemistry and a biology teacher, and I'm also an anatomy teacher for Blue Hill College. Yes.
Beautiful. Nice experience to draw upon. Great. Then I've got somebody with their camera off, Marcela Rodriguez, which I already talked to you. And Edivaldo, he skipped out, but we'll get back to him later. All right, so I'm going to carry on from the last topic of Diane's, okay, about the portfolio. And then I'll go through my stuff. I probably won't spend that much time on what I prepared. And then I'll just let Luis Eduardo go into his presentation. My presentation will be available, the slides. There's already a folder in the planning toolkit. planning toolkit, people. This is where you have to go. Okay, I'm going to talk really, briefly about how you need to prepare your portfolio. Okay, because this is what you have signed up in the spreadsheets to present and to discuss with the trainers. Okay, and so there's been some doubt about that. I'm going to share my drive here, my shared drive here I'm showing you. The advice from Griggs has been to download this. Okay, I myself have made a download and I still have my shortcut, so that if there are any updates to the kits from Griggs, that, they will reflect in my material. So I'm doing the both. Okay, just to cover my bases, right? So as you can see, we have all of the school subjects here. All right, so because this is social studies, let's go here. Click in. I'm going to go to the Gov one because that's me. A bunch of files. This is your go-to during the semester. And particularly next year at the beginning of the semester in January. Griggs will give us, all of us, a deadline for preparing our final versions of our community service, course description, course plan, field trip. What you are presenting now in the portfolio are kind of like tentatives of a presentation. These can be adjusted because in my case, for example, we don't have our calendar year yet. I don't know when specifically we're starting class. I don't know when we finish. So I'm going to be using their material and then making adjustments mid-January to the end of January. Okay. So this will be finalized also with your coordinator because your coordinators have to take your course description and put it into the Griggs portal. Okay. Having said that, portal, do you guys know about the portal?
Elizabeth, the portal is specific, I think, for coordinators and for
Yes. But as there
GIABR. Okay.
There's some coordinators here, and the coordinators, we use this language when we're talking about the portal. This is where we go. Coordinators have dominion over this, but we get teacher input in order to upload information here. You see? So this is the portal that coordinators are talking about. Okay, so your documents will be posted, uploaded here. Okay, Jayani, that's okay?
Yes, that's fine. It's the same process for the GIAEA network. Your coordinators are going to ask you for the course description, the course plan, because they want it and they need it for their own filing. You submit them to your teacher specialist. So, Josie and Isela and all of those. There's going to be a meeting in February where you're going to meet your teacher specialist, well, virtually, and they're going to talk to you a little bit more about it.
Yeah. Okay. So just getting you guys used to the language. Here, first file, Bloom's taxonomy. This is an excellent reference. It's going to help you do your lesson plan and for the portfolio. It's going to help you understand what are HOTS, what are LOTS. It's going to help you design your tests. Okay. That's what I use this one for. Okay. Then next file, community service. Okay, so here's some docs and some samples. Open up the community service. This is what you're going to do with most of the docs here. look at the sharing configurations here, the settings. Do you see, we are only viewers of this doc. Okay. Griggs is the editor. So what do we have to do? How do we work with this doc for the portfolio? Oh, make a copy. Okay. You make a copy. Like I'll call mine, like CTJ community service. And then I always make a copy and I put it into my own drive because this is a shared drive. Oh, we're sorry, an error. But what you're going to do, making a copy, and then you fill in the information accordingly. Okay. Talk, if you're not sure about community service ideas. For example, my institution, I, the coordinator, am responsible for designing these activities. And it depends on your schools, what your program does. If you yourself, as a teacher, are responsible for the community service, or if your coordination is involved. Okay, but from the beginning at my institution, this is how we have done it.
Sorry, I just want to clarify something. Like the students had to do a community service for like a studying year, or they have to do like per subject? I just got confused right now.
It's not per subject, it is per year.
Per year, okay, thank you.
Because this is something that has helped me. When you're talking to parents and you're talking to students about community service, you need to imagine community service as like another credit. Okay. We have our 7 courses that we are training for now, correct? But community service, 60 hours during the 6 semesters that we have. So when you're talking and thinking and explaining to students or whatever, this community service is 20 hours per year outside of class. Okay. So they are responsible for 20 hours every year. Okay. And then community service projects, Diane talked about some examples, but I recommend talking to other teachers at your schools or your coordination to get a project and get some details about what you can do. All right. Then let me go back to sharing. Okay. All right, next, course description. I already made a copy here. You see a copy of US government. This one, you barely touch. The highlighted points are where you are going to edit. You see, Diane has already told us, update with your full name. So I have made my copy and then instructor, Elizabeth. Now I can edit the doc. Okay. And then you change your days and your times. And the book doesn't change. Anything that is not highlighted will not change. Know the course standards. Bloom's taxonomy in every single one. Check this out. This is the language that they want. Synthesize, distinguish, etc. Down below, scrolling down, we get a summary of the 60 hours for government. Module 1, chapter 1. You see, these are the topics that we need to cover. Don't change that. What do you change? Down here, down, assessment. Diane talked about this in the last session, the 30% that's yours. So like, for example, for me, I do 15% oral presentation. We always have an oral presentation. And then 15% class participation. And class participation is coming, actually verbally participating in class, being attentive, contributing, collaborating, homework, okay, mini projects in class. This is how Casa Thomas Jefferson, where I work, this is how we do our breakdown. Okay, so then like this here, you know, I would just delete 50, 20, 15, 15. Okay. Is that okay for course description, guys? Don't really touch it. Just the highlighted stuff. Okay, same thing for course plan. This is more intricate. I have a terrible cough for like a month, and apparently it wasn't COVID. Yes, Julie.
Which rubrics should we use for this 30%? Our own rubrics?
For me, for this 30%, I use mine. Okay, for the essay, there is an oral presentation rubric in the drive. If you choose that, I'll show you the folder.
Okay.
But a lot of it, Julie, is based on what my school does, how we evaluate. Okay. That 30%. All right. But yeah, so here's your course plan. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to make a copy. Okay. And then you're going to personalize it. This is what you will present in your portfolio. Personalize it. You see, this is a guide only. However, I don't change mine very much. The only thing that I change, like this will have to be year, I guess, 23, right? Because it's for next year. This is very specific, you guys. And Patricia, this is the same for health. I do or not, like this beginning day, maybe I have my own stuff that I do, but I do follow what they have suggested. Okay, it takes the work out of it. They give us the textbook pages. You don't have to go through the book looking for the sections you need to cover. Here's the chapter, here's the section. Here's the what is this column called here? Extra notes. This is what you're going to do in the class. Okay, so it goes day by day. Sorry, guys. But what you will probably need to do is remove the dates. Remove the dates because maybe you don't know your dates. I don't know my dates. I don't have my calendar. Okay, so this is why it's good to go just day 1, day 2, day 3, and then follow their curriculum. I basically follow like their essay stuff too. I leave that. The only thing that I may change, the field trip. I do a field trip for government that follows chapter 5. So I would move my field trip down here because we go to Congreso Nacional. So I do my field trip after. So that's one consideration. Diego.
Sorry, what about the part that I highlighted, for example, like the quiz, the essay first draft?
That's calling your attention to those. Like if you are going to have a quiz, I don't do quizzes. Okay.
So we can change those parts, or we can like move the quiz, like for example, to another subject.
You can move the quiz. You can move the quiz. I do assessments. I don't do like, this is more summative, the quiz. Well, the quiz can, she said, can be summative or formative, but I consider these moments of like quiz as formative, moments in the class to see, like do a check-in of concepts. Okay, I don't have like a formal handout or something like that. Maybe have the students create a quiz for another group. That's what we do a lot. Okay, like I have, oh, you're gonna do chapter 3. This group is section 3, chapter 2. Then at the end of it, create a quiz. The other group is chapter 3, section 1, create a quiz, switch. And then of course I monitor to make sure that they're getting all of the points that I need. Okay, but yeah, this highlighted here, change the date. You probably don't have your essay yet. You don't know what your topic is yet. Okay, and then the review and final exam down here. Okay, again, I don't think you really need to do much alteration with this, because the final alterations will be made in January according to your schedules. Okay, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Okay, sorry. All right, let's go back. Here. Course plan, field trip. There is a blank form here, I noticed. So you can use that. You don't have to make your copy. She showed you how to do this. I think that this aspect is okay. They have suggestions, I guess. My other suggestion is look at the sample. Copy the type of language that is available here. Okay. Is this one okay? Field trip? Essay guidelines, okay? Rubrics. She went through this, didn't she? Yep. Okay. Exam guidelines. Sorry, I'm losing my voice here. This okay? This is another.
Elizabeth,
Yeah.
there is one document that I haven't seen, or I think perhaps I missed it somehow. But when we grade the essay part of the exam, there is another rubric very similar to the essay rubric, but it's for the exam part of the category 1 questions.
Ooh, I don't know where that is. I don't know where that is. We get that in the final exam from Griggs.
All right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I see that.
They've got the sample exams and sample questions, but they don't have that like answer key in the kit.
Mhm.
Good observation.
All right. I see. Good. Thanks, Elizabeth.
Yeah. And then these other ones, oh, this is the one where you need to spend your time. Okay. Your lesson plan for your portfolio. In blank. So sorry, guys. You have lots to do here. Have you seen this, people? It's very detailed. Look at the sample. Look at the Bloom's taxonomy. Be specific. It's lengthy. That'll take time. Have you decided which lesson that you're going to present? Anybody?
Elizabeth, can we choose any lesson to present?
Yeah, but
Okay.
usually like we take one from the beginning of the curriculum because that's going to be one of your first lessons.
Okay, okay.
You take
That makes sense.
one from the beginning of your course plan. Look at the book material, look at what you need to cover, and then fill it in.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
Guys, how do you feel about this? Is this clearer? Yeah? Do you have anything to add about the lesson plan part in terms of advice? Again, I'm just going to reiterate. Look at the samples, look at their models, and mimic. Because as you get into at this point, some of you are, you're first being introduced to this. It seems overwhelming. But just be confident that you can use what they have provided and adapt it into your personal one. Then you go present your portfolio, and then questions come up, and then you get answers from the trainers. Okay. Then we find in January. Diego.
I have a question. Like the lesson plan, we have to do it like for each class we're gonna have, or we can have like a lesson plan for like 2 classes, and
that I don't know either. Does anybody know? I would text
Well,
that.
for the portfolio, you only present one lesson plan, right? But it's always good to, get used to writing the lesson plan so that everything in the class goes smoothly. You are within the time you set yourself to carry out the lesson. But for the portfolio, is only one lesson plan.
Yeah,
okay, thank you.
per portfolio. Maybe Diego put that question into the WhatsApp group. So it's formalized, because that indicates that it hasn't been made clear. Okay, so if you're teaching multiple subjects, like many of you are, do you need 3 different lesson plans in your portfolio? Do you need 3 separate portfolios? That has to be verified.
I think I asked someone like this like previously, because I'm gonna do both. So I think we're gonna present one portfolio but send 2. Like, so probably we'll have one lesson plan per. And my question is actually related to that, like the lesson plan per portfolio. Like, do we choose the one that we're gonna do, or we are assigned one? Like, okay, you should plan this.
Yes, good, Juliana. Yeah, it's an important detail, right? Okay, any other questions about the toolkit? It's your go-to, people. It's your go-to. The only other folder I want to go back to call attention to here is when it comes time for you to make your exam. You need to use that exam, GIA exam guidelines. You need to follow this to a T. For category 1, what is category 2, what is category 3, etc. to category 5. This is what you have to use. Or your test will be sent back for revision and adjustments. Okay. Is this all right for the drive and the planning toolkit? Make your own copies, personalize them, minor adjustments. Okay. Bloom's taxonomy, use the command terms in your lesson plan. The lesson plan is where your details are. Your lesson plan is going to reflect your comprehension, your understanding up to now of what you have learned during the training from module 1, 2, and now 3. Okay. Good. Then I'm gonna fly through my slides. My slides will be available in the planning toolkit. In fact, right now, so I don't forget, let's make them open. Anyone with the link can edit. Huh? Then you can just copy and adjust. You can do what you want with these. Okay. I chose this Slides Go because yeah, it was the first one that I found and it's government. Okay. But they're fun. Anybody want to answer? How you feeling? The holiday classic Elf.
4 and 9.
4 and
And
9.
6. I
Which
want,
are
all
what,
of them.
Julie? Explain.
Why number 4?
Of course, why?
Because it is overwhelming to teach government, and even if you were like Brazilian government, I would be overwhelmed. So I'm okay. Firstly, I've never thought about even reading it or understanding it for my own business, you know. But for
Yeah.
teaching, it's even more. It's more responsibility you're
It
carrying.
is. It is.
But yeah, but then number 2, because I think it's gonna be really real fun.
Oh, it's enlightening. It's
Yeah.
government, it's enlightening. What we learned, some things we take for granted. And how it compares to the Brazilian government. I myself, I am from the United States and I am a political science and international relations undergrad and master's. So I came into this with some knowledge. However, I had to go back to basics when I first started. And I read the chapters. I had my highlighter because at that time in the beginning, we started in 2016, me and Luis Eduardo. We started right at the beginning, first semester of Griggs in Brazil. And so we had the physical books. So I mean, Julie, I'm sorry, but at night I would go home and I had my highlighter and I would be making notes. But now the good thing is, as the course description and course plan, indicate what we need to read. Okay, and the course, when I started, it was 120 hours. And last year they cut it in half and I was like cried because it's really fast. It's too fast. Okay, this is something to keep in mind, like during your classes. Okay, here are the contents. The cell, guys, do you know what cell is?
Social emotional learning.
Why is that important, Luis?
That's where you connect with them. Yes, that's it. We actually, if you don't work on that, we wouldn't have like an environment proper to learning. Yes.
Yes. So this is, as you know, Dudu is from Thomas. He and I and Patricia, we have been trained in this methodology recently of the importance of cell activities. This is cell. Okay, it's not related to government necessarily. You can have it related to your subject if you want, but this is just kind of one of those entry moments to let them share how they're doing, how they're feeling. There's a multitude of things to do. I suggest doing a bit of research on it. I like Mentimeter. I'm sure you know what that is. We do word clouds, word association. There's your cell on a scale of, Will Ferrell in Elf. How do you feel? You start doing at the beginning of the semester, you do it yourself. Then you can ask your students to bring in their scales. It's kind of fun because then you get them to participate in class content. Okay. Something else that I like to do especially at the beginning of the semester to get them used to concepts is we do current affairs. Oh, at the beginning of class, I'm partial to BBC. I'm not so CNN anymore. I like the impartiality of BBC. So I have the app and I recommend that the students download that if they have space on their phones. Otherwise, they just do a Google search. Oh, find something interesting in current affairs related to government. Teacher, can it be about Brazil? Like, yes, but it can't be in Portuguese. If you're looking in Portuguese, translate it. You know, who, what, where, when, why, who is it? What's going on? Why did you choose it? Why is it happening? You know, you adjust it to how you want. It's a great way, as I listed here, you work vocab. You work reliable sources. Okay, it can't be just like Wikipedia. No, don't do that. Oh, my friend, my uncle's blog. No. Let's get Reuters, let's get AP, let's get, NPR, let's get, give me something like The Guardian, The Independent, these kind of things. El País, I like that very much. Le Monde. Okay. You can see illustrations of Griggs values. It's a good point to extract examples of values. Okay. Because they have some difficulty, new students have some difficulty at the beginning connecting, what is dignity? What is integrity, honor, respect? Where is it? And you're like, it's all around. Can't you see? No, they can't. Not yet. Opinions, expressing their own opinions, listening to other people's opinions. In this class, in social studies, well, particularly government, it's very divisive in the world. You have to foster a safe environment to have divergent opinions. And this simple exercise of sharing a piece of news can be an ideal moment for that. Then they make connections, because ultimately by the end of the semester, if they're new students, you get a community. And it's really fun. This is what makes it worth it. Then warming up, use your Kahoots, use your Bamboozle, use your quizzes, your Padlet, your booklet, your whatever that you like. I like it to both introduce and review. Okay. There's a plethora. Then some activities. If you take away anything today from my presentation, it's this. Civics. Does anybody know about this already? No? Okay, I have to show you this. This is the most important. This is from the United States. I can't remember who created it. She's a former Supreme Court justice or the Attorney General. I can't remember. People, everything is here. Everything is here. It has become so sophisticated since I first started this website. I came upon it. Okay. I signed up. My internet seems really slow. Oh, look here. I can play, I can teach, I can donate, I can shop. I can look at standards this is like for the individual states in the United States, or look, content search. Oh, curriculum. People in government and civics, I think in history too, the textbooks, they follow the same. Okay, they really follow the same thing. This hasn't changed from when I was studying government, when I was in high school. It's awesome. Civics. Tattoo it on your brain. Oh, first one, foundations of government. Choose your grade level. Oh, let's start easy, middle. Lesson plan. What? View. If you do a PDF, if you have to print things out, it's going to look like this. You have the teacher's copy, you've got the student copy, handouts already made, free. Free. Okay. Teacher resources, thank you very much. Objectives, identify, define, trace, Bloom's. Teacher resources, don't mind if I do. PDF. Kami, I don't know what that is. Oh, there's a Kahoot already made. Thank you. Nearpod. This is amazing. Slides. I am signed up. My Nearpod. Let's see if I'm still signed in. There's slides.
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry, honey. Please go ahead.
Will this also be available in the toolkit along with your PowerPoint presentation?
It's linked,
It's
but
linked. Okay.
you make your own account.
Okay, thanks.
Like, this is my library that I used last year. Okay. And you can put it as homework. You can do it in class. I like to use it in class. And it has, look, there's 42 slides, you guys. Obviously, you're not going to do them all. You have to tailor it to you. What is iCivics? What is the lesson about? It takes away all the legwork. Essential question. This slide deck is going to deal with this. Because this is confusing for students, which is why I have this particular topic. It's like at Thomas, we often say driving question. Okay. I think it's the same idea as this essential question. How is the president elected? Well, let's see. Let's get started. And it's nice. It's modern looking. Okay, it's interactive. Which is why students need to have a device. Because this Nearpod is going to be changed, can be shared, and they can add to it. Like in the classroom, this is not only good for online classes, but in-person classes. Okay. It's got games, it's got videos. Oh, check it out. Okay. So again, from my slides, this is the one. It's going to facilitate your life. It's going to facilitate that moment when you haven't been able to lesson plan properly, or you're creatively spent. Go here to get ideas. Cut and paste ideas. Okay. Then digital activities. You all know this stuff. Let me jump over here to other. These are just other little activities. Find a quote that illustrates something about government, the foundations of government, types of government. Research fake news and propaganda techniques. This is not in the Griggs course plan. It is in the book, but it's not in the course plan because they had to reduce it. I make time for this because of the reality that we're living. Okay. I do oral presentations. I like to focus on civil rights and civil liberties because they get them confused. Okay. I like to use, for civil liberties, I like to use Marvel. I use like Civil War, the movie Marvel Civil War. It's, Captain America against Iron Man. They are the ones that illustrate the main concerns about civil liberties in relation to security, like public security. And the kids love Marvel. Anytime you can get a movie, comic book, superhero, DC, whatever reference in, which there are many, use it. Right, Dudu, explain about Gustavo going to your class, unless you were gonna do that in your.
No, I'm not. It's even with civil rights. We have a friend and he's a teacher at Thomas Chu, and he has many workshops relating comics and culture. And one that he has come to my class and talk about civil rights. When you see like Magneto and Professor Xavier as a different approach between Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. So that's a nice approach to help them see what was different. Like, you go through peace, but then you go through war. But the goal is very similar about it's the mutants in X-Men, but you can use this parallel and bring this to reality. It's very interesting.
Yeah, cool, thank you. All right, Gustavo was the one, our coworker. He's the one who gave me the idea to use Civil War. Okay, so it's cool. It's a great resource, and there's lots of stuff online about it. Okay, again, you're not like you're not inventing something, you're using something that's already out there. Okay, then in the last session, you guys had some questions about the book, and then I'm pretty much going to be done here. Okay, guys, I still have access to the book. I've got my library here. As Diane said, you know, some of you just have a 3-month temporary access for the training, but then later you're going to get full access, which is why I have my access from last year. Okay. Trinity, HMH. It's nice. It's lengthy. It's comprehensive. The course plan is based on these sections here, chapters and sections. I told some of the
book has very nice graphic organizers that help them visualize. Many times I just come here and get the graphic organizer, Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V to a Google Docs, and they have to fill in the Google Docs, not here, because then you can share together. But it helps them. And there are different ways of doing that. The mind maps are different according to the chapter.
Yeah. So you see, just for chapter 1, you have all of these resources. Click, 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 clickety click, guys. Make your own path so that you remember where to find things. You have to explore. Okay. And it's good. The students will have this. This is also, as it's digital, they need to have a device. And it's better not to be the cell phone, because the cell phone the screen is too small. Okay. Look, essential questions. Essential question, that was like that other thing I just told you. The Nearpod I told you about from iCivics. You see, the language is the same from different materials. So there's a lot out there. Civics and government classes are very talked about in social media. So like for us, we will do section 1, section 2, we will not do section 3. According to the course plan, the day-by-day class, day-by-day. Okay. But yeah, then you have to get used to the platform, arrow forward, arrow back, use the table of contents. Oh, hide it. If you're going to be projecting, you can hide it, you know. Oh, there's a debate. Do you have to use the debate? No. Do you want to use the debate? Go ahead. Landmark Supreme Court cases. Get used to the format. The Supreme Court cases are throughout the book. Teacher resources. Diane, she mentioned this. I actually think that this has changed even from the last time that I used this, you guys. This is where you can get lesson plan ideas. They give us resources. Okay. Oh, review. From the review, you can get questions for your test. Okay? Then you can go all the way down in the contents. Oh, references. Supreme Court decision, facts, flag etiquette, etc. The Constitution is here. You've got student resources that you can share with them, or they have access to with their book. Primary source database. We love the primary sources. We don't want fake news. Assessment and question pools. This is what Diane was talking about too for your tests. Answer key. Okay about the book. Yeah. Robust. Use it. It's going to do the work for you. Then very quickly, I'll show you my last slides, but I'm not going to go into them because you can just look at them in the planning toolkit. Oh, any place that's underlined, you know, as a link. This one, Pew Research, is cool. It's your political typography. Where are you? Are you right? Are you left? Are you in the middle? It analyzes the students according to a series of questions. It's amazing because they don't know where they are. They think they're one thing, but in fact, they're not. Right? It's very revealing. Skills. Digital skills all the time, citizenship. They've done this in computers, maybe. They do it here too. Academic, the obvious. They summarize, they note take, they paraphrase. They learn to be objective, impartial, unbiased. I encourage this a lot in my class because I have to do that too. You do too. We have to be objective. Critical thinking, public speaking, listening, they have to learn to listen to other people. They learn to research, search, seek, organizing information like Dudu said, mind maps, blah, blah, blah. Resources, I just listed a bunch that I use. Okay. I do my field trip to Congresso Nacional. There is a virtual field trip to the Senado. I did it during the pandemic and it was great. It was like a Zoom and there was a guide. She took us through the different, rooms and ante rooms and art, showed us all the art that's available. If anybody's looking for a field trip idea, go to Congresso Nacional, virtual tour do Senado. Okay. And then my suggestion may be something from your local government. Okay. US government sources here. Some websites that I have used, there's iCivics again. Tools, videos. Guys, do you know Crash Course? Maybe history teachers?
Yeah, Hank Ring and his brother, right?
Yes, they do the history one. But there's another guy for Gov. But you can see here, and I linked it. What? Choose a course. They teach it for you. It's nice for them to learn to watch the video, take notes, identify interesting points, summarize the presentation. So I do this. And again, they correspond to our chapters in our book and our course plan. Okay, US government and politics. Some of them are very specific, so I don't use them. Oh, civil rights and liberties. Oh, I want to talk about that. Come here. It's amazing. Again, somebody has done the work before. Okay. Schoolhouse Rock, that is from a children's show that I watched. It started in 1973, and it's still relevant. It holds. They've got some really fun kids songs to learn about US history and government, and they're catchy. They're like jingles, so the students remember. Look for parodies of songs that are about, like, I think Gianni said that she had some students who developed a rap. Okay, there's models of this on YouTube of other students and other schools across the United States that have done this little project. Write a rap about the Constitution. Write a rap about the 3 branches of government. Write a song, take a Taylor Swift song and change it. Change the lyrics. They love that stuff. Of course, there's Hamilton and movies like The Patriot. Documentaries, 1,000 of them. News sources, podcasts, right? Dudu, we like our podcasts. Listen to a podcast as homework, write a summary. What did you think? Train, those critical thinking skills, like we would use in a category 5, like a short essay question in the test. Have them listen to a podcast and then formulate some kind of analysis. Explain, identify. Social media, Pinterest. Teachers share a lot on Pinterest. Teachers are out there in social media, look for them. They have wonderful ideas. And then online study platforms. This AP Gov one I linked because it helps with question design for your test. Last, be objective and unbiased. Teach the fundamentals at the beginning. That's why they're called fundamentals. You spend more time at the beginning of the semester. So they get the ideas, and then the rest of the semester goes, or the unit, the rest goes faster. From all of my classes, I've taught it, I think 4 times now. The intercultural, I should have put Ecuador here. Sorry, Ecuador. Compare and contrast US to the United States to Ecuador all the time. Do not think you are teaching only about the United States. We need to make it relevant. They walk out the classroom door, they're Brazilian again. Do you know? They're speaking Portuguese again or Spanish again. So we have to be cognizant of that reality. We're not focusing on some kind of propaganda for United States government. Criticize, right? Call into question. And then compare. It's like, how does this compare to Brazil? Does Brazil have a presidential system or parliamentary system? What does the United States have? Do you know Esplanada in Brasilia, the capital? What do we have on Esplanada at the end? We have the 3 branches of government. Do you know, things like that. Use mini projects, use Bloom's taxonomy, and of course you have to incorporate the values. I put them on, I have them on the wall, but many times I put them on the board and try to incorporate. I model at the beginning of the semester, I model moments of value, like connecting the topic to the value until they get the hang of it. Okay. Crash course. Any questions? It's good? All right. Use it, abuse it. All those links. You'll have fun and see what works. Okay. Cool. Luis Eduardo, are you ready, Professor? Okay, I'm going to mute. Thank you guys for listening. Sorry it was so fast.
everything's being fast.